Reconciliation, I think that it really needs to start with the earth. It's the foundation of everything. I want to reconcile with the old growth forests that have been cut down. Because some of those trees were thousands of years old. Like, they had so much, like, they were elders. Like, they were 1,000-year-old elders that got cut down. They had a lot of knowledge. You know, they held the code on how to live with Earth. And I want to reconcile with that. I want to reconcile with bird populations that have been wiped out because of climate change. You know, the humans did that. I need to reconcile with that. I want to reconcile with fish populations that have been wiped out because of pollution and microplastics. You know, I think that's important. Because the fish nation, they have all that knowledge about the water. And it was so important to us as humans to maintain that balance as we walked on this earth. You know, especially with those fish nations, because that's an important part of who we are. And I want to reconcile with that. The tar sands, they're going to grow. They're already the largest environmental disaster on the planet. You can see it from the moon. Like, we don't need the tar sands to grow. We need them to heal. And I want to reconcile with that. And last but not least, I want to reconcile with the waters. The lakes and the rivers, the oceans, the ecosystems that were just bursting with life, that were destroyed for development. I want to reconcile with that. I think that those things need to be the basis and the foundation of everything that we do and how we move forward, not only as a country, but, you know, as human beings. And so I think that seriously needs to be the foundation of reconciliation. I think if you take that out of the equation, then you're just creating a disaster. As First Nations people, we are the voice of this land. And our languages are almost being wiped out. I want to reconcile with that. But all of these things that I talk about, you can reconcile in your heart. But it's also reconciling by taking action, by doing something, by getting out there on the land, by getting out into the clear cuts and getting out to the lakes and making offerings and praying for future generations. To me, that's reconciliation. Praying for the languages, you know, praying for the old people so that they can stick around just a little bit longer with us, so that they can teach us a little bit more about that ancient code to live on earth. I want to focus on that. You know, getting our young people out on the land so that they can see the richness of what's left. To me, that's reconciliation. To me, it's the foundation of any healthy society. The benchmark for success needs to have healthy ecosystems in there, biospheres, clean air. Like, that needs to be our benchmark for success. Not economic development and growth as we see it now. When we can drink water out of that stream or out of that lake, to me, that's success. So when I think about reconciliation, I'm not even thinking about the reconciliation between governments and myself and my people. How can we reconcile with the earth and the waters and the animals? I think that really needs to be our next move forward. We're in a critical time. We're in sacred times. And the next generation is really depending on us to do that. And I truly hope that we're able to do that and that we can do it together. And I believe we can. So let's reach out. Let's support each other. And let's just really just love everything to pieces if we can. Because that's what the world needs. It needs us to love everything again.